Welcome to the Actery Magic Channel. I'm Steve, the Actery. Today we are talking about Zaxara, the Exemplary. This is day 3 of our challenge of 30 commanders in 30 days. I'm super excited about it. Come back tomorrow for another one, but let's get into Zaxara. So the Zaxara, if you're not aware, is such a cool commander, and it's perfect for any of your X spells, and it's really cool for all of your Hydras. Zaxara the Exemplary, if you're not familiar, is a green, blue, black, and one generic 2/3 Nightmare Hydra with Death Touch. It has tap, add 2 mana of any one color. Sweet. Whenever you cast a spell with X in its mana cost, create a 0/0 green Hydra creature token, then put X counters on it. So, out of the gate, we're making a bunch of big Hydras. The tokens themselves are just going to get out of control, but Zaxara has got so much else going on. Let's check it out. Number 6 on our list. This is a personal favorite. I could not find this on EDH Rec, but I love Vivien, Champion of the Wilds, because of the first line. It's a green, it's 2 generic, 4 in loyalty, Planeswalker. You may cast creature spells as though they had flash. Heck yeah. Additionally, +1 until your next turn, up to 1 target creature gains vigilance and reach. Awesome. So we're going to go swinging with our creatures that are big and beefy, like probably have some kind of trample or something on them. And then we also get to block with them, and they're going to have reach. Very cool. And we're going to have probably the biggest creatures on the board. -2, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Exile 1 face down and put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. For as long as it remains exiled, you may look at that card and may cast it if it's a creature card. So we look at the top 3, put a creature card underneath Vivien, and then we can cast it at instant speed, which is really useful considering all the other stuff we're going to be doing with our deck. I like her a lot. Number 5 on our list, again, could not see this on any of the EDH Rec. Beledros Witherbloom. So good. It's a 7-drop of green, a black, and 5 generic, 4/4 Elder Dragon flying. At the beginning of your each upkeep, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with, when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. We don't care about that part. Pay 10 life. Untap all lands you control. Activate this ability only once each turn. Whew. So pay 10 life, double the amount of mana we can put into whatever big beefy creature we're putting out there with the Zaxara. Very powerful. We might include some life gain in there, which black and green kind of have a little bit of access to. If you're going to be running this deck, you're probably going to be running Shadow Spear. Just an opinion. Anyway, number 4 on our list, Simic Ascendancy. Whenever a card says I win on it, it probably deserves your attention, at least a little bit. It's a green and it's a blue enchantment. It says 1 green, 1 blue, 1 generic, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Okay, whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on a creature you control, put that many growth counters on Simic Ascendancy. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Simic Ascendancy has 20 or more growth counters on it, you win the game. So good. Anyway, so it's very cool with Zaxara, especially if we have Witherbloom or Beledros Witherbloom or any of that stuff. We're going to be getting so many 1/1 counters. If this gets left out there for any amount of time, people are going to this is going to be a threat all the time, and enchantments are so much harder to get rid of in Commander. Awesome card. Then we have Nyxbloom Ancient. Oh my goodness, this is like an auto include for any kind of Hydra deck. It's triple green, 4 generic, 5/5 elemental with trample. If you tap a permanent 4 mana, it produces 3 times as much of that mana instead. Wow. Okay, so our Soul Ring now produces 6 colorless mana. Our Signet, we put 1 mana in, we get 6 mana out of any of our normal Signets. If we use our so that they're just a strict upgrade with Nyxbloom Ancient, whereas like what do you call it, Arcane Signet is only going to produce 3 of any color, which is still really good. And then our Commander is going to produce 6. This is so good. If you're going to run Nyxbloom Ancient, also run all of the Karoo lands, all the ones that bounce and return to your hand, because now those are all going to produce 6 mana whenever they tap. Super good with Nyxbloom. Number 2 on our list, I've been talking about this card a lot. It's Ozolith, the Ozolith. It's 1 generic legendary artifact. Whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, so exile is included. If it had counters on it, put those counters on the Ozolith. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if the Ozolith has counters on it, you may move all the counters from the Ozolith onto target creature. This is 1/1 counters. This is hexproof counter, lifelink, vigilance, all those kinds of cool counters that came out of Ikoria, they go onto the Ozolith whenever your creature dies. This is powerful. Granted, it's a lot to keep track of. Number 1 on our list, drum roll please. Unbound Flourishing. This came out of Modern Horizons, and every Hydra player was like, it's a green, it's 2 generic enchantment. Whenever you cast a permanent spell with a mana cost that contains X, double the value of X. What? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell or activate an ability, if that spell's cost or ability's cost contains X, copy that spell or ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. So it's going to be copied at that casting cost. So if you pay, for instance, oh, what's that card? Exsanguinate for, like, you pay 10 mana. Well, it's going to be copied at that 10 mana. So everybody's going to lose 16. Sorry, not yeah, everybody's going to lose 16 life because X is at 8, and then you're going to gain, 16 times 4 or whatever it is. It's, or 3 or whatever it is. It's really, really good. Anyway, but let's look at the combo. This is the auto include combo. You should be running this combo if you have Zaxara as your commander, and that is Freed from the Real. So Zaxara can tap for 2 of any color. Well, if you enchant it with Freed from the Real, it can untap for 1 blue. So you add 2 blue, untap them, tap and add black, untap them with that blue. So now you've got 2. Hold on. Yeah, you're just gonna basically go infinite. So you can keep adding mana to your mana pool, and then you keep untapping this dude, get infinite mana of any color you want, so green and black and blue, and then you're going to be able to cast whatever it is you want out of your library. Anyway, thank you so much for coming out, y'all. This is day 3 in our challenge. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you tomorrow. I can't wait to be... Stop talking. There's the button.